I wanted to ask if you should be given prison time for offensive tweets.
Should you be given prison time for offensive tweets? So this is to do with the Chelsea fan. So the Chelsea fan sentenced to 8 weeks in jail this week by the Westminster Magistrate Court. Now, this was for racist and anti-Semitic tweets, and he pleaded guilty to 7 counts. So he's not denying that he did it. And this was between September 2020 and February 2021. So he did post these anti-Semitic tweets. What do we think of this?
Yeah.
Josh, what do you... I mean...
I would say... Normally, he shouldn't go to jail, but as a Jew, because it was anti-Semitism, he should definitely go to jail.
OK, so that's... So, yeah, I imagine you'll say the same, Lewis. But
well, I read the tweets, and they were funny.
And didn't he steal some of your material?
Yeah, it's a lot, you know, Holocaust humor. Hey, that stuff's great. And
only you could get away with saying this, Lewis, honestly.
Yeah, well, I can make fun of the Holocaust because I'm a Labour Party member. And...
Unbelievable. Yeah, but I think it is important, you know, well, since we have a Jewish panel here, do we think that there are certain things, so particularly in relation to the Holocaust, that we should... I mean, you know, we don't have the laws that they have, say, in Austria, where if Holocaust denial leads to a prison sentence. But do you think we should introduce those kind of things? Do you think we should be having that? I
mean, you'd, again, hope that education would be enough. I don't think he's going to come out of prison after his 8 weeks and be sort of loving Jews and humming Fiddler on the Roof. And I don't think it's going to turn him around. Yeah, great musical. Yeah. And eating bagels, and it's, you know, I don't think this is going to be... I don't think he's going to like Jews more in 8 weeks' time. I think
if he was doing all that, I'd be very suspicious. Yeah. Because also choosing all of the stereotypes at that point. Listening to Barbara Streisand, that sort of thing.
This is what we do.
I think it's wrong. I mean, I read the tweets. And
were they meant to... No, I haven't read the tweet. Were they meant to be jokes, or were they just outright...
No, they were horrible.
I think they're like kids talking to another... Like, your team is the Jewish team, so how can we, like...
Yes.
You know, make fun of the Jews.
So let's gas you all to death.
I'm going to step in here and say, can we not repeat the tweets, please?
Oh, sorry, we're not allowed to
children might be
tweets.
watching. Yes, absolutely, let's not repeat the tweets.
He repeated the tweet.
But what I will say is that what was funny was he used the defence of having COVID, I don't know if it was having COVID or he said he did them because of COVID. So I don't know if it's like a literal, like, you lose your sense of smell and taste and you become incredibly anti-Semitic.
Or you lose your sense of... I don't think that's what people mean when they say you lose your sense of taste. That you start posting anti-Semitic tweets. This sounds a bit like the Roseanne Barr defence, doesn't it? Do you remember when she posted those tweets and she said, oh, well, I was on that drug. I can't remember what it was called. Do you remember what it was called?
The racist drug.
The drug that makes you racist. One of the side effects is it makes you racist online. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. But on the other hand, I am nervous about prison sentences because I'm a free speech absolutist, and I sort of think if people want to say horrible things, that's sort of the price we pay for living in a free society, isn't it? I mean,
I think it would have been much better if that person had been sentenced to live with Louis for 2 months. That would have... I mean, he would definitely hate Jews after that. Yeah. But that is punishment. That is real punishment.
That actually worked for my wife.
Is it a fair thing to say, Lewis?
I've read the tweets.
Yeah.
OK? And we don't know if he was kidding. He was just going over the top, and that's what comedy is. It's over the top. And if Jews, and I'm a Jew, if we hated...
with his arms, and I am a Jew.
If we hated everybody who said a bad thing about the Jews, everybody says bad things about... I say bad things about the Jews.
I don't say bad things about the Jews.
No, you don't.
Well, you. I just say bad things about you. But not because you're Jewish.
Yeah.
You are who you are.
Yeah. Is that at the end of the day, there's so many more people and countries and groups that hate Jews in a really bad way.
Yes, but if that's the case, should we not be clamping down on this kind of thing more? I mean, isn't that where your argument leads?
No, because the Judeo-Christian ethos is motive, is why are you saying something? Not that you've said something bad. It's like, what was the motive? Did you mean it in a funny way? He was talking to his friend who was at
No, though.
But this week there's been, like, every day has been some big anti-Semitic incident. You have the West Ham fans on the plane to Belgium, and they're making this Orthodox Jew, like, hide in the toilet crying because of their chants. You had Big Issue, the far left boycotting the Big Issue.
But you're not suggesting criminal offences or criminal prosecution should be the result of this? No, I'm not suggesting criminal offences should be the result of this. But you're not suggesting criminal offences should be the result of this? No, I'm not suggesting criminal offences should be the result of this. But you're not suggesting criminal offences should be the result of this?
I just think it should be recognised, and someone getting 2 months in prison is a form of recognition, but another thing is just the fact that we're discussing it and showing this to be a serious issue and where it leads.
It is a serious issue.
Is important.
I suppose my point is that I worry about what happens when you empower the state to lock people up because of things they say. And and it's not about what the person said, it's the precedent that sets. That makes me, in a sense, more nervous than a few nasty people saying nasty things. Anyway, look, we could go on forever.